Welcome to this lecture on the first and the simplest of the matrix factorization techniques, which is the LU decomposition technique. Now, the LU decomposition is often used to simplify the solving a system of linear equations, which is very useful in linear regression, as well as in calculating determinants and inverse of a matrix. Now, let us see the context in which the LU decomposition is first to be understood. The Gauss elimination method, about which all of us are aware, to solve a system of equations Ax is equal to B, you must understand that in order to get a good feel of the LU. The LU decomposition method has a very important property that the matrix decomposition can be performed independent of the right-hand side vector, whereas that is the biggest liability when we talk about the Gauss elimination method. So this feature is quite useful in practice. Therefore, LU decomposition method is usually a choice for many of the applications. So if you just compare the Gauss elimination versus the LU does not take into account the right-hand side vector. It only works on the coefficient matrix, whereas Gauss elimination method also involves the right-hand side vector. Now let us see the design. Suppose we have a system of equations Ax is equal to B. The motivation for the LU decomposition method is based on the observation that systems of linear equations involving triangular coefficient matrix are easier to deal with. Now, this is a very, very important aspect. In other words, it's much easier to work with triangular system of triangular matrices rather than a fully loaded matrix. So indeed, the whole part of Gaussian elimination is to replace the coefficient matrix with another matrix which is having a triangular structure. So if we suppose that we can write the matrix A as L into U, where L is a lower triangular matrix and U is an upper triangular matrix, then that is the beginning of the LU decomposition method. There are some limitations about which we'll talk about. So once A is given, we would try to find out L and U. As emphasized, L should be lower triangular and U should be upper triangular. Now this is a graphical visualization of the LU decomposition method. A is basically the input matrix or the coefficient matrix, and L is that lower triangular matrix and U is the upper triangular matrix. I hope all of you are aware of the basic L and U matrices. Now, what is very important is A should be a square matrix, and then you can have an LU decomposition. Now, this is the basic mathematical formulation of the LU, but what is very important to understand is that the matrix A that is given to us should have non-zero diagonals, because in the numerical computation of the LU, there are steps where division by the diagonal elements will arise. So therefore, ensure that before you start off doing LU, you have non-zero diagonal elements. Not only that, the principal minor determinants should also be non-singular. So just keep that in mind. And here is an illustration. So we have a 3x3 matrix, obviously having no structure. And then we are talking about an LU decomposition. Now, there are different ways of doing it. What we have selected is the matrix L, which is lower triangular, has got diagonal elements L11, L22, L33, and so on, with the upper diagonal elements 0. Whereas the matrix U is taken with unity on the diagonal, 1, 1, 1s. In fact, you can also think of having 1, 1, 1s on the L matrix, and then you can have general elements in the matrix U. But let us talk about this particular way of doing the problem. Now what you have to do is observe that there are 6 unknown elements in L and 3 unknown elements in U. That makes it totally 9. And the crude or brute force method of doing such problems is to multiply the left-hand matrices and start equating them to the corresponding right-hand side of elements, and try to work out all the unknowns. So the 6 elements of L and the 3 elements of U in a normal algebraic way, and then you compile them in the matrix L and U, and therefore you can see the factorization has been made. So this is an example of an LU decomposition. Obviously, the computation becomes cumbersome once the order of the matrix increases beyond 3. This is where we'll have to probably program this, and there are very good algorithms for LU decomposition. But as I told you, ensure that a couple of things are observed. That is, no zeros on the diagonal, and also ensure that the principal minors are all non-singular. So one more example is also presented here with the. Now, in this case, for students who would like to have ones on the left hand on the diagonal of the lower triangular matrix, then this is how they can proceed. The computational aspects will be the same, and then you build the 3 unknowns of L and the 6 unknowns of U, and then try to put them into the factorization. So the student can think of these two, but let us not forget that this is a method for machine learning. Therefore, you must learn some algorithms. Now, this paragraph is very important. Every square matrix does not guarantee an LU decomposition. When the matrix is positive definite, then LU is guaranteed. However, this is only a sufficient condition. So once A is invertible, then it has an inverse, and naturally, when A is replaced with LU, then we will have very interesting properties that will arise that we can see in future lectures. Now let us look at some typical situations. Show that this particular matrix 1, 2, 4, 3, 8, 14, 2, 6, 13 can have an LU decomposition. So what I have done is I have taken the principal minors A1, A2, and A3, and I find all of them are non-singular. Therefore, it will have an LU decomposition. So this can be used as a diagnostic test before we take up on the factorization. Now, when you take a system of equations and separate the coefficient matrix and the unknown column vector, and then we do an LU factorization of ensuring that it exists, and then we can just go through these basic steps of finding out an intermediate column vector y, and then getting back and solving the system of equations for the vector x. So this is a very small example by which LU is applied to solve the system of equations. As I told you, it can also be used for determinant calculation and finding out the inverse and so on and so forth. So keep this in mind. It's one of the highly preferred factorization techniques for computational aspects. But as you keep on adding more and more advanced techniques, obviously the computational complexity increases, but every method has got its own benefit. So let's wait for the next method, which is going to be discussed immediately after this.